Africans are voting today in an election seen as their country's most important in 30 years. One key battleground could determine whether the ruling party keeps its political majority. My co-anchor Jennifer Zabasajja joins us now from Durban, which is the capital of the most hotly contested province, KwaZulu-Natal. Jennifer, good to have you with us. Let me just start off. I know you've had a really busy week on the ground. You were in Cape Town earlier this week speaking to plenty of former policymakers and analysts about these upcoming elections. Do you get a sense that people are convinced that ANC can actually hang on to this overall majority, or is there some nervousness about what could happen?
You know, Joumanna, it's really split, and I think it really depends on who you speak to. And it was fascinating yesterday. One of our last conversations was with the African National Congress, the ruling party, the finance minister. His name is Enoch Godongwana, and he says he is quite confident that the ANC will be able to get that 50% majority. But a lot of the other investors, a lot of the political analysts that we spoke to say that it's going to be very difficult for the ANC. And that is just because if you take a look at what we've seen over the past 5 years and really 30 years that the ANC has been in power, we've seen this economy stall. We have seen unemployment grow. And we have seen the port and rail infrastructure power outages really putting a dent on any sort of economic growth. And you can feel that a lot of South Africans are frustrated by this. And so, as you mentioned, we are in Durban. Durban is one of the big, it's situated in one of the biggest provinces in South Africa, and that is KZN, KwaZulu-Natal, as you mentioned. It's home to a fifth of voters. And so it will really be one of the determining provinces to see, how voters respond. And the interesting thing about KZN, Joumanna, is that it's really split. We know that Jacob Zuma is from a part of the province, and he does have a lot of favorability. He does have a lot of popularity for his MK party, which is one of the smaller parties. But then we also know that, as one of the many economic hubs in South Africa, there's a lot of support for the ANC. There's a lot of sentimental support, as Enoch Godongwana told us. And so KZN, Durban more specifically, will be one to watch, as will be Gauteng, which of course is home to Johannesburg. And as you mentioned, of course, the Western Cape, which is home to Cape Town. So those are really going to be the key provinces that could potentially determine who does or doesn't come out on top in this election.